Welcome to User Tales. It's your reporter Scoop Llama here. I'll be sharing some juicy stories from the dark corners of Reddit. In this video, I'll be sharing cheating stories that will make your jaw drop. But here's the twist. You don't need to watch this video. That's right, you can simply listen to these stories as you go about your day. So whether you're driving, working out, or just relaxing at home, you can sit back and enjoy these scandalous tales. From infidelity to heartbreak, these stories will keep you on the edge of your seat. So get ready to be shocked, because this is Scoop Llama, and I'm about to spill the beans. In a world where marriages are supposed to be built on trust and love, one woman's world came crashing down when she stumbled upon a shocking discovery on her husband's laptop. Sometimes, life throws us curveballs that can shatter our entire world. But it's not about the curveball itself. It's about how we react to it that defines us. Here's our first story under the title of, Now, It's Time to Play Chess. I think first I need to give more of a backstory. So a couple of months ago, I was using my husband's laptop, and I was sending pictures from phone to his laptop. He has a MacBook, so all his pictures on his phone are also in his laptop. While I was looking for the pictures, I happened to find a video of him having sex with one of the neighbors in our old apartment. Personally, I think that was all the evidence I needed. However, I know that there is always more. So I took some time to gather all the evidence I needed: pictures, text messages, phone logs, everything. After I confronted him, he proceeded to blame me. He said he was not attracted to me as I had put on weight, and he said he wanted a divorce. I didn't want one, so I begged. It's crazy. Even though he was hurting me, I didn't want to lose my marriage, so anytime I would feel depressed and sad and told him about it, he would threaten me with divorce. So I've spent the past couple of months walking on eggshells. I would cry by myself and put on a brave face in front of everyone. I decided to start working on myself and started working out. I started meditation, I focused on my career, and I got a promotion at work. I stopped putting money in an outjoint account and started saving my money elsewhere. I have also moved my share of the savings and used a little extra for a flight ticket. Yesterday, he said to me he didn't want to be married and did not expecting me to say, okay. I've never seen him so quiet. I made sure to tell him exactly how I felt, and I also informed him that after the divorce he would never see or speak to me again. I think in that moment he realized the whole time he has always needed me more than I need him. I do everything for this man and hold down a full-time job and contribute to half the bills. He then all of a sudden changed his tune, saying he loves me, he can't be with anyone else, blah, blah, blah. That's crazy to me after he has been attempting to divorce me. I finally agreed, and all of a sudden he doesn't want a divorce. I told him we could work it out if he agreed for us to go to counseling, and of course he agreed. But I'm not interested in this marriage anymore, and I had the best sleep of my life last night, knowing that on Monday, I will be on a flight to Singapore with my share of our joint saving while he is receiving divorce papers. I guess I can say checkmate. Our next story under the title of, Should I Tell His Pregnant Wife? A tale of love, lies, and deceit that'll have you sitting on the edge of your seat. So buckle up, grab some popcorn, and let's dive into the juicy details. Honestly, I'm just really struggling with what to do and could use some advice. A 34 female met a man 32 on a chat site a couple months ago. After a couple days of chatting publicly in a chat room and on cam, we exchanged Snapchats at his request. It wasn't remotely romantic at first. We just really seemed to really hit it off, sending video snaps back and forth, learning about each other's lives, etc. For context, I am American, and he is Australian. So the times we could chat were kind of weird. Mostly late afternoon to late evening for me, and early morning to late afternoon for him, basically his work hours. After a couple weeks, we were literally sending snaps back and forth for like 7 hours a day, every day. Despite living across the world from one another, we related on a lot. He told me 18 months ago an 11-year relationship he had ended, and a big factor in that was him and his fiancée having a miscarriage at 20-something weeks. This is something that really resonated with me as I had a miscarriage in my last relationship that resulted in a breakup. Plus, I had also been in an 11-year relationship. Aside from that, he was just the nicest, most caring guy I had ever spoken to. I felt so seen, listened to, and respected. He was constantly telling me how in awe he was of my beauty, passion, and intelligence, and things started to get kind of romantic and ultimately sexual. There were videos and pictures and the whole shebang. However, it was not at all just sexually driven. He was super respectful of me and constantly told me how he didn't just want something sexual with me, how he wished he could just come home to me every day, how special he thought I was, and that the more he gets to know me, the more he likes me. A month in, and we were sharing, what I thought, was every detail of our lives with each other. We talked about past traumas. We would snap with our friends and family around, which he told me they all knew about me. And he was telling me how he was looking into tickets to America, which he said are pretty expensive, but you're worth it. He was going so far as to say things like, I really, really like you. I'm legitimately falling for you. I want to tell you that other word, but I'll refrain. I want you in my life, like forever. I haven't felt like this about someone in a really long time. You make me so happy, and I just want to make you feel so special. The worst part of my day is when I leave work and have to go home to a house alone, and then you're asleep, and I can't talk to you. Anyway, there were always a few things I found strange about him. He told me he hates technology and using his phone, so in weekends he chooses to just be out in nature with his mates and doesn't check it much. He also told me that due to him losing his son, he deleted all social media. I also had asked him his last name, but a Google search of him turned up literally nothing. Well, yesterday morning, I decided to go super internet sleuth to try to find a trace of this man on the internet. He wears shirts to his job that have the name of the company on it, so I Googled that, his first name, his city, and behold, a LinkedIn came up. But the last name was different. From there, I found an Instagram and Facebook with pictures of a wedding from January 2021. This man told me he was engaged but never married. I sent him a message once again asking him to confirm the fake last name he gave me, and he assured me that was him. That's when I confronted him and said that I know he's lying, but I didn't specify about what. This man crumbled like a house of cards. He told me he's married and his wife is pregnant. He said he's been lying to me and her, etc. He was freaking out about the possibility I might ruin his life and maybe I was already calling his wife. Asked me not to involve her. I didn't reply. At all. Within an hour, he had deleted his Snapchat completely, our only means of communication. I'm assuming he thought this would delete all evidence. What he didn't know is that I recorded myself on webcam opening all of his snaps yesterday. This includes the first ones, too, before he knew that I knew, where he literally starts by saying, "Welcome to the best part of my day, when I get to talk to you all day long." And of course, it includes his confession. Should I tell his wife? My friends are torn. I don't want to hurt a pregnant woman who will likely be blindsided. They've been together 12 years, but I have to imagine he will keep doing this. And the level of emotional cheating is pretty severe. I mean, this guy would walk me around his house, their house, and say things like, "Yeah, I was originally building this house for my family to live in, but obviously that didn't work out. You can be the first one to use my bathtub." I mean, I think he's the absolute scum of the earth, and I hate him for what he's done to me. False hope after divulging to him my past heartbreaks/traumas. But what he's done to her is so, so much worse. Well, I reached out to his wife via Instagram. This was my initial message to her. "Hi, I understand this is a complicated situation and I truly have no intentions to hurt you. I've just felt like if it were me, I'd want to know, but I don't want to force that on you. Just give you the option if you want to take it. Your husband has been talking to me extensively for over a month, for many hours a day, claiming to be single. He's shown me your home and claiming he lives alone. He has been very emotional and also sexual. I also know there have been other girls before me. I only discovered a couple days ago he had been lying to me extensively. I do have proof, if you want it. He does not know about videos I have. He deleted Snapchat very quickly after coming clean to me. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer them. Literally anything. I can go into detail if you want. He specifically asked me not to contact you, which leads me to believe you'd probably want to know." She responded incredibly kindly, thanked me, and asked for the proof. I sent her everything I had. She told me this is unfortunately not the first time. She asked for specific details, and I gave them to her. She seems like the absolute sweetest. I hope she gets away from this psycho. One thing's for sure. This story is a reminder that not everyone is who they claim to be online. So, stay vigilant, folks, and don't be afraid to do some digging if something seems off. You never know what you might uncover. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. And see you in another video soon.